All right, metalheads, DJ REM here, and I am live with Raymond and Loretta from Freedom to Rock, and I want to thank you guys for calling in. It's my pleasure. I've been looking forward to this ever since I talked to you guys about this. So,
very cool.
Thank you.
So,
thank you for having us on.
So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to everybody, and then we'll get into some questions.
Okay. Do you want to go first, Raymond?
Yeah, that's fine. Name's Raymond Herrera. I am part of Freedom to Rock. Was actually brought on by Loretta. My background, probably most well known from the music side with Fear Factory and Archaea. But I've been working with alongside Loretta on this for a little over 2 years now. Trying to get this thing to come into fruition. But yeah, it's been a really great process so far. So, obviously here to answer some questions tonight.
Is it my turn?
You're up next, Loretta.
Hi, I'm Loretta Palacios. I am the CEO of Freedom to Rock. Raymond is our executive partner. I had put this together for our troops to show our appreciation with the gift of music. And we do our shows directly on the military bases exclusively, or military installations, sorry. And we just want to show our appreciation. We have Raymond coming on and bringing on his friends to bring on the metal that they've never had before on the base.
That's very cool. I have to tell you what, the first time I was introduced to you guys and was checking out the website and seeing what you do, it really hit me. I don't know what you guys have for family and friends and stuff in the military, but I have a lot of friends in the Marines. My grandpa was in World War II. My dad was drafted for Vietnam. So when I saw what you guys are doing, I'm like, this is awesome.
Well, we're pretty much the only ones right now nationwide that are doing this. The closest that you will get anything to us would be the USO. We're equal to USO right now, but without the dollars. But that's what we're doing, is we are funded by donations and sponsorship. If anyone's interested, we do have a donation button on our website, and we have excellent bands that are coming on that are local and supporting us for the troops. And we just want to thank everyone for coming on. If we can get more bands on there to look at, that would be awesome.
Definitely. So that kind of leads me into the first question. The first thing I wanted to ask you guys is just tell everybody a little bit more about Freedom to Rock and kind of what your mission statement is, what you're out to accomplish.
Freedom to Rock, well, we just wanted to come out and bring them excellent music in an environment, a concert environment, and we know that a lot of troops are going through the same thing as we all are, economic problems. We come in free for the military only, and we just want to bring them music.
So essentially just want to entertain them. We want to be able to give them something that they are not able to get while they're on the ground. A lot of it is just isolation and just kind of doing their thing, and it's just kind of the everyday kind of, run-of-the-mill, I guess, everydayness, so to speak. So, we want to come in and be able to, bring some sort of entertainment on board, because I know that that's a really big thing. That was a really big thing even years ago when we were on the road, especially internationally. We would play near a base, and you would get hundreds, and even in some cases thousands, of veterans coming. They're like, we've been stuck out here for years and years. We don't get anything. We always try to request things, and it just gets shot down, so we just kind of trying to provide that. Nice.
So this next thing I want to ask, it's for you, Loretta, but it's kind of also it's for both of you. So Loretta, how has bringing somebody like Raymond in with his background and his, I'm sure he has a lot of contacts in the industry. How has that helped push Freedom to Rock?
first of all, I'm still starry-eyed when I think about Raymond, even though he's my friend. But he's a wonderful man, and when we do have questions, he helps us out. There's even though I had done my festival events and shows before on the military installations, there are still questions going into someone in his level, into bringing in bands at his level to, onto a military installation. There's riders and stuff that I still have questions about, and Raymond has been excellent in helping us out with things like that. But just having him on board in the music industry and showing his support is just huge. Huge.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just made a lot of things easier because, a lot of the bands that they'll request, a lot of them are my friends, so it makes it a little easier when you can just call those guys and say, hey, we're looking to do an event around this time. Most of these guys are going to be very interested to do it, but I think that, it can be done in a way where it kind of cuts a lot of the red tape that you would normally go through if you just wanted to hire a band or something like that. So, I mean, not only does Loretta have a lot of red tape to deal with on the side of the bases for obvious reasons, but then, it's like, okay, well, then how do you get these bands on here? And obviously I can help with getting a lot of that done, either through the booking agent or through management or just calling the bands directly. So, it's just been able to, a lot easier to get things done just from a pure logistical standpoint.
Well, that's awesome. And kudos to you for helping out like that. That's killer.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that was kind of, when we had met up a few years ago, that was like one of the main reasons why she kind of started talking to me, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to jump on, because I thought, okay, yeah, I'm sure I can help with this. I think I could make things easier on the music side of things, because, I mean, obviously she becomes a great counterpart, because I don't have anybody like her, essentially penetrating into the bass side of things. So, because, I mean, every band, at a certain extent, wants to somehow support. It's just like, well, where do you start? So this, it just kind of bridges, it bridges two different gaps and just kind of, unites things and makes things a little easier moving forward.
Right. Sounds like you guys complement and really make a great team. That's awesome.
Right.
Yes, we do. I was going to say, the military is really, really hard to create something there if you don't know your way around there. So we make it easier, just like him. He has, like Raymond has all his friends that he could call and see who would like to come and participate and see something that's completely different. But, it is just so hard to go through the whole steps. We have an event coming up, but that has taken me almost 2 months to put together, and it's a simple thing. But that's just what it is. I know how to work around it. I've been working with them for a long time, and it's just so much easier now because I know I have to be patient, and I know who to talk to now.
Right, and that was actually the next thing I was going to ask you, and you kind of just alluded to a little bit, is how difficult is it to get other people involved to get on board to make these things happen? What kind of hoops do you have to go through?
What are you talking about, the bands or what?
Yeah, I guess the bands, getting on an actually installation. I mean, that's got to be a logistical nightmare, I'm guessing.
Oh, it is. First of all, military will not pay for it, and that's just it. The end. So when Freedom to Rock was created from an LLC to a nonprofit, because I know that they won't pay for they won't come out with any kind of budget. So it is difficult. If anyone wanted to play, let's say a band that's really huge out there, it's going to take them some time to get through there. But if they came through us and they had a budget, I could get it set in no time. See, but that's with, we would just make sure that there was always money flowing through. And like I said, we are a nonprofit and we are funded by sponsors.
Okay, so
they would come through us.
Right, exactly. So go ahead and tell me about, I know you got this big project you've been working on and things, so go ahead and tell us some more about what's going on and what's coming up.
We do have On January 17th, we do have a meet and greet with the Balboa Hospital in San Diego for the wounded soldiers. We will be going through with Raymond, Artea, POD, and other guests that would be coming through Raymond. And we're just going to bring, also with Chris Hodges, one of our artists. And we'll be doing, giving autographs and pictures and some music. And then from there we'll be going to the USS Comstock, which is a naval, an amphibious assault ship. We'll be doing a meet and greet there also. And that's the one that took 2 months to do.
Wow.
And that was just a meet and greet only.
Well, I'm sure for everybody involved, the whole, once it all comes together and actually happens, is going to be well worth the time and effort.
Oh, it will be.
And sure, eventually some word of mouth will spread, and hopefully that will also kind of land in our good graces and hopefully make it easier, moving forward to get more things done. So it's just always harder. It's always hardest when you start, just like with anything else. And I think once we do a few of these and people see that, we're just trying to kind of help and kind of just trying to get into the community and talk to people, I think it should just become easier over time, Not only that, we'll be able to get, more people involved next time. Maybe next time, instead of 2 or 3 bands, next time you got 6 or 8 bands and maybe 10 or 12 bands, so on and so forth, until it becomes just a huge movement that everybody wants to be a part of. So, but everything starts small, and this is, hopefully one of many.
Yeah, that's awesome. I totally can relate to that, because when I first started doing interviews with bands and things, at first it's like it's like pulling teeth to get anybody to talk to you, and now I'm actually having people email me and want me to interview them. So it definitely it comes with hard work and time.
Right, exactly. Just like anything else. So hopefully this is one of many. But yeah, this is this is a first for us, or one of the firsts, for this company. So it's great.
Well, I'm glad Metalhead Radio can be a small part in helping to promote all this, because we all really dig you guys. So.
Oh, thank you.
So, what are the long-term goals for Freedom to Rock? Have you thought that far ahead yet?
Well, we want to take over the world.
I think the plan for now, we've got something else planned for April, where it's more of a, it's an actual concert, and I think the idea now is just keep it national. There's plenty of bases, there's plenty of ships here in the U.S. Where we could try to do events and meet and greets and things like that, and then eventually maybe internationally. But for now, there's just a lot of work to do here. There's a lot of need for it, a lot of want for it here. So.
Right. One of the other things I noticed is you promote a lot of independent artists on the web through the website, and I noticed you have like a band of the week every week. How did you start that up, and how do you actually pick who your band of the week's going to be?
Well, I see the bands that come in, and I remember how they sound, and I go through them all. I don't think the bands believe that I really actually go through all their stuff. But what I look for also is their videos to see how they perform, and if if I have that feeling of wanting to be a rock star after I see them. So that's how that feeling I get inside when I decide which band I want to pick. But I thought that would be a great idea to do, to promote them out to other bands, and also promoting them out on Twitter and Facebook. What I planned on doing also was bringing these bands that are talented, and just wanted to give them another way out to show their talent. And I remember being a band manager, and I pushed my bands out so hard, but eventually you got to find somebody that that could get you closer to what you vision. So I decided to bring in Billboard acts, and then also put in these supporting bands or these local bands to bring them out. So we're kind of like a warp tour, something like that, in bringing out these talents.
Yeah, I totally get that too, because I will, a lot of times on my show, I'll throw a couple big name bands in, and then I'll kind of put the independent artists in between. That way I hold the listener count, and it seems to work really well. So, I mean, it's different, but still it's the same kind of concept, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. That's great. That's really cool.
So, you mentioned a little bit of this at the beginning, but how can, everyday Joe help support this project? What can they do to help make this a success for you?
If they can help us promote it out, promote Freedom to Rock, I'd love to listen to their music too. If there are a band that would like to be heard. But, if they're pushing the word out on Freedom to Rock, that would be awesome if they could do that. We do. We do have plans on going out nationwide, like Raymond was saying. But we would like to, find people out there too to see what they can do or what they would like to come in with services of some kind. If they have any in-kind services they'd like to put out for us.
I have a lot of people hitting me up all the time about music. So I mean, I get music sent to me directly, either through Facebook or MySpace.
Right, I can only imagine.
But I mean, if they wanted to do something more specifically, to the military project, I mean, obviously anything that is sent to us, via the website is probably going to be the best way to go. I'm sure we get a lot of requests there now. Loretta, I'm sure we're getting a lot of things sent to the actual website. So I'm assuming that that's probably the easiest way to do that. I've been more in charge of trying to bring in a lot of my friends that I already know in music in the music biz. So I haven't actually been, how can I say, taking a lot of the new up and comers. But I mean, obviously, if there's something that Loretta wants me to check it out, I'm obviously more than happy to do so.
Yeah. Tell them who your friends are, Raymond.
Well.
Yeah, who are you friends with? And don't tell me some guys in Korea.
We've toured with. I mean, we toured for like 20 years. Probably a lot of your favorite bands are a lot of my friends. So, But yeah, I mean, look, there's been a lot of interest by a lot of people. I mean, everybody that I talk to this about is like, man, that sounds really cool and that sounds really great. And when you guys actually get something going, we would love to be a part of it. And that's pretty much been everybody's response to it. And it's not just even metal. I mean, even a lot of my friends in hip hop. So I think the good thing about it is once we get this thing really going, I mean, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it'll be really successful, and at the end of the day, it's going to be really entertaining. Entertaining to the truth, which is ultimately the whole point of this anyway. So I mean, that's really where this thing's going to pay off.
And Spencer, we did bring in a strategic partner. He was the former USO producer for the United States Entertainment Force. That's his other organization. His name is Jerry Payne, and he worked with Bob Hope. And he came with us also to see what he could do to bring in his experience onto Freedom to Rock. So that's helped out a lot also.
Well, that's awesome. Sounds like you have all the right pieces in place. So I can only foresee this going up and up. So I wish you all guys all the best of luck.
Oh, thank you.
So, okay, is there anything else you would like to say about Freedom to Rock that we haven't talked about? And any other shameless plugs or anything else you want to throw out there?
Go to www.freedomtorock.org. I would love to listen to your music if you could put your profile there. I listen to all music. I see all pictures. And it depends on, what you guys look like or sound like. You may be able to be chosen to go on a show.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, think about that. If your band, they have that opportunity just by submitting your music to you guys. I mean, that's awesome.
Well, I'll tell you that we got one coming in from Italy, believe it or not, and they got on there, and I found them, and they'll be playing at NAMM in January I think the 18th. They're called Enemy Inside, and they'll be coming out to San Diego too. And we've been talking for about 2 years, but I love their music, and they're in Italy. So, things like that, that's what happens. And I like them.
Well, when you said you want to take over the world, you weren't kidding, were you?
Well, I wasn't kidding. It's going to be awesome to see them play in person instead of on videos and stuff, but that's the advantage of technology. You get to meet a lot of people all over the world, and when there's an opportunity and they're coming down, I'm gonna snag them.
Heck yeah, it's in the interest of everybody, definitely.
Oh yeah, sure.
So, okay, well, that's all I have for you guys. I just once again want to thank you, thank both of you. Thank you, Raymond and Loretta, for taking the time to call in and do this live interview on the air at Metalhead Radio. We definitely really appreciate it. And
you're welcome. Thank you.
we're going to keep doing everything we can to help push and support your project for you. So we'll do our little part.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So, okay. Well, I'll let you go. You guys take care now.
All right. Good night.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.